AJ, welcome back to the channel, welcome to a new movie review, and boy do I have one for you today. I'm looking forward to talking about this film. Yes I am, and this is Beast. Yes, the new 2022 Idris Elba starring film Beast, about a rogue lion in the savannah killing people. What can go wrong? Let's find out. Okay, yeah, so welcome back, everyone. New movie review, like I said. So, yeah, I sat down and I watched this film last night, Beast. And, boy, it's a doozy. It really is. This film is, wow, something else. It truly is. But before I get into it, hit the subscribe button, come join the channel, all that palaver. Get that out of the way. Let's talk about this film. So, this here film, Beast, it opened here in the UK on August 22nd of this year, 2022. It's got quite a short run time, 1 hour and 33 minutes, with a 15 rating. The film's budget was $36 million, and as of at the moment, it's sat on $50.4 million at the box office. So it has gone above its production cost. The film is distributed by Universal Studios. Yeah, so this film is directed by Baltasar Kormaker. Now, this is a geezer who has directed some films that I'm aware of. Two Guns, Everest, Contraband. I think that's Contraband. Is that Mark Wahlberg or is that Matt Damon? I think it's Mark Wahlberg. I don't know anyway. I know the film though. And it comes from a screenplay by a gentleman called Ryan Engel. Now, this film has a very small cast to it. It stars Idris Elba.
I'm Jim Halpert from sales. Hey. Just wanted to say, if you need anything, let me know.
Why are you wearing a tuxedo?
I didn't think you'd notice.
Who we all know, very famous actor. Some might have cited him as the next James Bond. And also Sharlto Copley.
I'm a real soldier. I'm a ranger, baby.
Now, Sharlto Copley is an actor that you're aware of. He was in things like The A-Team as Mad Murdock. But most predominantly District 9, the sci-fi movie. Yes. So, does this film do for the savannah what Jaws did for the ocean? Let's talk about it. So, like I said, this is a very interesting film, right? Because the story is based around Idris Elba. He comes to the savannah with his two daughters, young daughters, who they've recently lost their mother. Their mother came from this area, right? She was indigenous to this area. She was one of its people. She used to be a photographer there and all this sort of a thing. And they come back. Sharlto Copley plays a character that is Idris Elba's friend.
Hey, look out the window.
Welcome to my party, guys.
But he's also a one of these people out against poachers and this sort of thing. The film starts with this scene with these poachers killing off this pride of lions, but one lion gets away, that the main leader of this pride, and this lion then goes rogue and starts killing people because its entire pride has been decimated, shall we say, and this leads to the events of the film. I won't go into the story because it's not really needed to. Now, this film has one massive, big, smoking Chekhov's gun to it. I will say that.
I know this saying. It was invented in Russia.
Now, Chekhov's gun is a story point whereby anything that is shown in a film or in a story element has to come into play later on. Nothing is without reason. So, yes. So this film here, for me, oh my God, right. Okay, this is... I'm split. I'm divided on this film, right? Because I like creature features. I do. So this film is right up my alley, I don't think we've had a lion film since The Ghost and the Darkness in was that late 80s, early 90s? And this film has got a decent enough budget. The effects are pretty damn good. All this sort of thing. All the elements are in play, right? And I got a certain amount of enjoyment out of this film. I truly did. But boy, is this a film that I can totally pick apart. And I'm going to pick it apart now. I really am. So, the most glaring problem with this film are the characters, right? The characters are stupid, right? They're written as stupid individuals. They do things that you just wouldn't do in the context of what's going on. Any normal person wouldn't do this stuff, right? For example, you know, you've got this lion attacking, right? You know, and you've got the daughters are just sort of getting out of the truck whenever they want and going off. They've got their backs to things. You wouldn't do this sort of thing, right? There's a goddamn... One of the windows on the truck gets broke, right? And Idris Elba's in the back talking to his mate while his daughters are asleep. And one of the daughters is asleep in the passenger side door next to this broken window, which has recently been broken by this massive big lion. Why would you do that, right? Idris Elba goes into a building towards the end. He leaves the front doors open and he opens the back door. Makes no sense, right? So you got all this sort of stuff in the writing, these sort of elements that just don't, you know. So as a viewer, I'm sat there all the time and I'm picking at this. I'm saying, why would you do this? Why would you do that? Okay, you've shot the lion with a tranquilizer dart at one point and the lion goes off all dozy. Well, follow it. Follow the bloody lion till it collapses, right? Maybe put another tranquilizer dart in it. And then when it's on the ground tranquilised, gouge the thing's eyes out. Get your tranquilizer dart and stab it in the eyes so it's blind. Problem solved, right? But the characters don't do this sort of thing, no. All right? You know, just such stupidness in this sense, right? And this is the best bit, right? Is that you've got these poachers. Right, the poachers are off out. They've killed this pride of lions, right? And they mention that they mention at the beginning of the film about going back to this school, which is an abandoned building, right? And lo and behold, this is the building that Idris Elba turns up in at the end, where he leaves the doors open, right? But, right, we're introduced to a pride of lions towards the beginning, another pride of lions towards the beginning of the film, right? And this pride of lions is running distance from this school. That's where they live. These lions live running distance from this school where these poachers are, right? So you're telling me that these poachers haven't thought about going after these lions that live 100 metres away from their school? You see what I mean? The writing is like that. It's just stupid. It's like it's written by someone who's just hasn't got a mind for writing, who can't logically look at the story that's been put down on paper and say, this doesn't work. This makes no sense. The character's motivations. Why is a character doing this? It makes no sense. And this is what the film is full of. So on the one hand, I'm given a film that has got decent production values, right? That has got an interesting story from my perspective in the sense that it's a rogue lion and I like that sort of stuff. But then you've got these other elements to it which are just so damn stupid, right? There's the saying, let's, you know, park your brain at the door. Christ, when you go into this one, you need a full lobotomy beforehand. That's what you need to get anything from this film, right? This isn't a good film. It's not a good film, right? Beyond how it looks and all this sort of a thing, it's not a good film. There's a lovely dubbed part, right? Because Idris Elba does get attacked by a lion early on. His leg gets a bit cut up, right? And I said to the missus, you know, and there's a dubbed bit where he's climbing from the passenger seat into the car, into the driver's seat of the car, and there's this lovely dubbed scene where his face is out of sight and he's like, oh, my leg sort of thing, right? Just to put a little bit of emphasis on the fact that but then he's running later on. At the end, he gets attacked by this lion. He gets attacked, right? And no man would survive this. The beating that he takes from this lion, but obviously he survives, doesn't he? And just a few bandages and crap like that and a little walking stick. Christ almighty, this film, right? But I'm going to get it when it comes out. I'll get it on physical media because I'm split on it. Because I like the concept. I like this sort of thing. I'm drawn to it. But then I have to sit through all this nonsense as well. Is it a good film or isn't it? No, it's not a good film. It's not a good film. We have fun with it. Yes, you have fun with it. Right? And people will come away thinking, yeah, that's a really good film. Of course they will. Right? But it's not. It's not a well-written, conceived movie in that sense. It's just so ludicrous and stupid. Anyway, that's it. That's me done with my review on this movie. And I'll see you on the next one all. Take care and goodbye.